Hey there, thanks for tuning in. This is the Tammy Tine Design YouTube channel. I'm Tammy, and today I'm breaking down another collection kit. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's taken the time to comment on these breakdown videos. I know that the way I do this is not going to work for everyone. I know a lot of scrapbookers would never break their collections down, but for anyone who's struggled to use them like I have, I love offering another option. This is the sixth video in this series. I will have the other five videos linked below in case you are new to my channel and have never seen me do a breakdown video. Today I'm breaking down Our Story Matters from Echo Park. I love this collection. Previously, I had purchased four of the patterns individually, so I already have some extras. When I saw this collection at the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo back in April, I very quickly added it to my basket. The sentiment, telling our stories, really inspires me. Since I started this channel a little over a year ago, I've been doing more event type layouts, things my husband and I are doing, and places we're visiting. But I haven't dug into our stories that much. How we dated during COVID, our family relationships, all the life events, how much our lives have changed, and how we're navigating all of it. I thought this collection would be perfect. So, this breakdown has a twist. Instead of breaking the collection into the three piles I have in all of the other videos, I'm going to create 4 page kits with 3 papers. In my next video, I'll take these page kits and add in all the embellishments and alphabets and stamps and tools. And then in August, I'll have 4 process videos using up this collection. It's rare for me to limit myself to just one collection, but I thought it would be a fun challenge for the summer. I will also have a new sketch bundle with a bonus, so make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you haven't yet so you won't miss out. I'm going to start off by doing what I always do. Go through each of the papers to get a feel for each one of the patterns, see what's here, and start to get an idea for how to break it down. This first paper is a gorgeous floral with a pink background stripe. We don't always see florals like this against striped backgrounds. I love it. This paper is a kid starter for sure because it has all of the colors. As I go through this stack, I'll need to find 4 different kit starters to anchor each one of my kits. On the back is a tone on tone gingham print. This is a medium sized square pattern, perfect for backgrounds and layerings. No theme, so it will go with everything. The next paper is a 3x4 cut apart sheet. I'm guilty of not using the cut aparts all that much. Since I'm making page kits, all of these cut aparts will end up in kits. So for this series, it's my goal to come up with some ways to use them. Echo Park packs their collection with cut apart sheets. They're great if you're doing pocket pages, which I do occasionally, but I've never been very successful at using these cards on my 12 by 12 pages, so maybe I really do need to think outside the box for this series. On the back is a fun grid design. These tiny squares are made up with lines in multiple colors on a white background. It's a great B-side. The next paper is a fun camera print with hearts mixed in. Another kid starter contender because it has all of the colors from the collection. Cameras are a great accent for storytelling layouts. I could definitely see fussy cutting the cameras and using them as embellishments. On the back is a tone on tone green leaf print. This is a great B-side that could be added into any kind of kit. This paper has multicolor polka dot printed hearts on a navy background. Because of all of the colors, this would be a good kid starter paper as well. On the back is a pretty rosy pink tone on tone paper with vertical dashes. The next paper is the 4x4 cut apart sheet. I can see myself maybe using some of these. I like the frame with the florals and the plaid background. The labels would be useful. On the back of this one is a multicolor butterfly print on a light blue background. This is one of those prints that includes some of the patterns from the collection on the butterfly shapes. This one would definitely be a kid starter as well. The next paper has hot air balloons and puffy white clouds on a light blue background. If you'd like to fussy cut, both the clouds and the hot air balloons could be cut and used as embellishments. On the back is a really nice tone on tone heart print. This is a great B side and could be included in all kinds of different kits. I'll probably use this paper on this side. Here's a multicolor floral on a dark blue background. I love it when they put florals on dark backgrounds. On the back is a pink tone on tone paper with horizontal stripes. Great B side paper, would be great for backgrounds and matting photos. If you're not into the busy floral as a kit starter, this B side could be used on all kinds of layouts. Here's another cut apart sheet. This one has different size cards. There's some 3x4 cards, some 4x6 cards, and 2x2s. I have a much easier time using the 2x2 cards. A small square can be tucked into embellishment clusters and added to photos and titles. I also love this vertical card with the labels and the hearts. I'm thinking about cutting the labels up and adding them to each of the layouts in this series. Labels are great for cluster bases and for adding dates. On the back is a Polaroid print. I think for sure I could cut the labels out and some of the 2x2 squares and still have plenty of the Polaroids to use on a layout for layering. So I just need to remember that when I put this paper into a kit to look at both sides before I cut anything. The next paper is a multicolor flower paper on a white background. This paper has multiple colors, so would be a good kit starter. Adding in any of the tone on tone papers would bring out more color. On the back is a tone on tone blue paper with light blue stripes. I like adding these kinds of stripe papers to page kits. They are great papers for layering, and it's also perfect for cutting into strips to cover up any seams on your layout. This is a nice medium blue. It's not too dark. This would be a great paper to pair up with one of the prints on a white background, like the little flowers on the other side. This paper is so fun. I love these multicolored typewriters on the blue background. This would be a great kit starter. It has all of the colors. I love the little detail of the heart on each paper in the typewriter. On the back is a polka dot. We've got a yellow background with white polka dots. With this paper, what I could absolutely see is cutting it in half and using each half on a layout together. Doesn't Janet at RTS call that the happy horizontal? This paper is perfect because you get so much contrast between the two prints. I love both sides of this one. Here's the 4x6 cut apart sheet. I'm not always crazy about the bigger cards. Again, it can be hard to use them on a regular 12 by 12 layout. But I like this card with the Polaroid photos. Maybe the banner could be fussy cut if you want to get out the scissors. Let's look at the back of this one. Here's another stripe. This one has multiple colors on a white background. It could be easy to add this to any kind of page kit. It's a good print to be on the back of cut aparts. If I do use one of these cards, there would still be enough left over to use the stripe to cover up seams or to layer with. I do really like this card. I can see fussy cutting it and using it for additional embellishments. Or let me look at this sticker sheet. You could probably take some of the smaller stickers and use them to decorate the blank space. I'm getting ahead of myself. But that's what I'm trying to think about with these cards. How can I break it apart or add to it? The last paper in this collection is this plaid. I love the plaids that Echo Park includes in these collections. It's pretty busy, might be hard to use as a background, but great to cut up and use for layers. On the back is a navy background with plus signs. Nice and simple. It's a perfect B side. This is the sticker sheet. I'm keeping this with the papers. I actually have a lot of embellishments to go with these kits. I have two of the ephemera packs, the sticker book, the brads. So I'll be using everything from the collection when I create these four layouts. What I'm going to do now is start pulling papers for my 4-page kits. The first paper I'm going to pull is what I call the kit starter. It's multicolor papers. I know this will be the first one. This floral has most of the colors in the collection. Since I'm doing this one a little differently, I may not be able to get all four of these papers in the camera frame at once, but I'll try. The next paper is the cut apart with the grid on the back. I'm not ready for this one yet. I do like these cameras. I think this could also start one of my page kits. I will definitely use this navy paper with the polka dot hearts. Here's the 4x4 cut aparts. I like these butterflies, but I don't think this is a kit starter for me. These hot air balloons are not my favorite, but I love this pink heart paper. So here's where I'm gonna struggle. These are the two papers I would use for kit starters. So I'm gonna have to figure out which one I need to use. I already have a floral, so I think the decision isn't really going to be that hard. If I go with the typewriters, that gives me two kit starters with white backgrounds and two kit starters with dark backgrounds. I like having that variety. Even though all of these papers are from one collection and have the same colors, I want to find ways to make each of my page kits feel different. Now, when I add papers to each of these piles, I'll be looking for contrast. I'll be able to add in darker backgrounds with the lighter papers and vice versa. So, this is a good place to start. When I make kits, I'm also looking for different motifs. I love this dark floral, but I'm not going to add a busy floral to another busy floral. So I can already see that this floral on the dark background is going to work best with the cameras on the white background. This gives me the contrast I like and different shapes with cameras and florals. I also want to keep reminding myself of the B sides, not just what's on the front. On the back of this one is the green leaves print. So if I cut the camera paper, the green leaf paper will work great with the floral. On the back of the floral is the pink line paper, and I think that's going to look really nice with the cameras. So I'm already liking how these papers are starting to mix and match. Moving on, do I want to do anything with these cut aparts yet? On the back is the Polaroids with the hearts. Do I want to use these flowers or the stripes? I'm leaning towards the B side with the stripe. So, which paper is this going to work best with? I think this one's going to work with the hearts. And the reason why is the floral on the other side contrasts with the hearts. And there's different motifs here. We've got flowers and hearts. And the stripe would work great with the blue hearts in this paper. And it's still different motifs. We've got hearts and stripes. So I think this paper will go in this stack. I do also like these stripes with the cameras and the typewriters. It could go either way, but I think I'd like it better with the hearts. The next paper I want to look at is the multicolor stripes on the B side with the 4x6 cards on the front. The only card I'd want to use is the top one here with the Polaroids. On the back of the typewriter paper is the yellow background and the white polka dots, so that works. Do I like the stripes on the back with the typewriters? Yeah, this works for me. You do get contrast with the light and the dark backgrounds, and the motifs are different. And if I flip this over, same with the polka dots. The yellow background is light, but it still contrasts with the stripes and the motifs are different. So I'm going to add this paper to the typewriters. I need something for the flowers and the stripes. This plaid might be too busy, but on the back side is that dark background with the white plus signs. This is a simple background, and I don't feel like it's going to compete too much with the florals. I like the plaid, and I hope that works on the layout somewhere, but I think the dark background would be a great add with the floral. I'll bring this into the frame better so you can see how these look. I think that's going to work. So now I have two papers in each kit, and I have four papers left. I'm not sure how I want to divide these up yet. If possible, I'd like to try to spread the cut aparts around so that each page kit has one. I can see that this sheet that I wanted to maybe cut the labels and a few of the 2x2 squares out and use them on multiple layouts. On the back is the tiny Polaroid pictures with the hearts. I'm not sure where I want this one to go yet. Let me look at the tone on tone pink hearts. I know I want to use this paper on the B side for sure. I think I might like it with the cameras and the dark floral. I know that I don't want to put this paper with the other all over heart print, but this would be a good complement to the cameras. This will add repetition with the hearts while still adding a different motif. The size and scale of the patterns are all different, so I think I'm going to put this paper with the camera and the florals. That leaves me with this other cut apart sheet with the butterflies on the back. I'm not sure where I want this one to go yet, but I do think I'd like to add the Polaroids to the hearts and the blue stripes. I don't think it's too much. It would give me a light background, a dark background, and a tone on tone paper. I think that's the best choice for that one. This grid has a white background, but I don't like this grid with the blue stripes. I think the grid might work well with these flowers on this dark background. The back is the 3x4 cut aparts, so if I wanted to use one of those, I could. This grid also contrasts with the dark background paper. So that's going to leave me with the last paper, the butterflies. By default, this butterfly paper is going to be added to the typewriters and the multicolor stripes. That went better than I expected. Collections usually make me feel constrained, feeling like I'm not going to find the right combinations without adding in other papers. But I think this worked. So let's look at this striped floral page kit. Here's the grid background, which has the 3x4 cut aparts on the back. This dark blue paper with white plus signs that has the plaid on the other side. And the pretty multicolor floral paper with the stripes has the blue gingham print on the other side. So lots of options with this first kit. My second page kit includes the multicolor hearts on the dark background with the pink stripes on the back, this medium blue tone on tone stripes, and the Polaroid print. This is the paper that has the cut apart labels and the 2x2 cards that I want to try to use on multiple layouts, but there will still be enough of the other print to layer with. Here's my third page kit. This one has the multicolor cameras on the white background, the floral on the dark background, and the tone on tone hearts. Each paper has a different motif, and all three of these papers contrast with one another. And there are more options on the back of each paper if I need more prints to layer with when I start creating. And here's my fourth page kit. This one includes the cute typewriters, and I know I'll want to bring in some of that yellow polka dot print on the B side. Here's the multicolor stripes and the multicolor butterflies on the light blue background. All four of these kits will have process videos on my channel coming to you in August. Of course, there will be new sketches for each layout. This breakdown video was a little bit different, but I hope it gave you some ideas for how to mix and match the different patterns in a collection kit. In my next video, I'll be adding embellishments to each kit, so if you like watching kit building videos, stay tuned. And then the next series begins. Thanks so much for joining me today. See you next time.